Hey there, welcome back to Playing Tick. Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through Indonesia, a country where ancient tales and modern marvels collide. Picture this, over 17,500 islands scattered across the equator like a handful of jewels tossed into the ocean. That's Indonesia for you. With more than 258 million people and 300 different ethnic groups, it's like someone decided to create the world's most diverse puzzle. Let's talk about big cities. Jakarta, the capital, is home to nearly 10 million people. That's like squeezing the entire population of Sweden into one bustling metropolis. But Jakarta's not the only show in town. Surabaya, Medan, and Bandung are giving it a run for its money. And don't overlook Yogyakarta, it might be smaller, but it's bursting with culture and history. Indonesia's ancient past. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to go way back in time. We're talking Java man old, a Homo erectus fossil dating back 1.5 million years. Yep, Indonesia's been hosting humans since before we even figured out how to use fire. Fast forward a few million years, and we've got ancient kingdoms popping up faster than you can say archipelago. Hindu and Buddhist influences swept across the islands, leaving behind jaw-dropping temples like Borobudur. It's like an architectural time capsule. Indonesia's golden age. Now, let's spice things up a bit. Indonesia wasn't called the Spice Islands for nothing. These little flavor bombs put Indonesia on the map, literally. European traders were falling over themselves to get their hands on Indonesian nutmeg, cloves, and pepper. This spice trade brought more than just culinary delights. It brought new religions, new cultures, and unfortunately, new conflicts. Islam arrived via traders, and soon Indonesia became the world's largest Muslim country. It's like a religious melting pot. You've got Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism all stirring the same cultural stew. Indonesia's language landscape. Think learning one language is tough? Try 700. That's right, Indonesia is home to over 700 languages. It's like a linguistic Olympics every time people from different islands get together. Indonesian is the official language, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. Javanese takes the gold medal with 84 million speakers, followed by Sundanese and Madurese. And get this, these languages can be written in modified Sanskrit, Arabic, or Latin scripts. Talk about keeping your options open. Indonesia's geographic wonders. Mother Nature must have been feeling extra creative when she made Indonesia. This country's got it all: tropical beaches, steamy jungles, and even snow-capped mountains. Puncak Jaya stands tall at over 16,000 feet. That's like stacking 30 statues of liberty on top of each other. And let's not forget about the volcanoes. Indonesia has over 150 active ones. It's like the country's sitting on a giant game of geological whack-a-mole. The eruptions of Tambora and Krakatau in the 19th century were so massive they affected the global climate. Now that's what I call making your mark on the world. Governing the archipelago. You might think all this diversity would make Indonesia a tricky place to govern. And you'd be right. But Indonesia's political system is like a carefully balanced Jenga tower. You've got a strong president at the top, supported by a tricameral legislature. It's democracy with an Indonesian twist. The country's only been holding direct presidential elections since 2004, but they're getting the hang of it. The president can serve up to 2 5-year terms, which is plenty of time to try and keep all those islands pointing in the same direction. Economic spice. Economically, Indonesia's cooking up a storm. It's part of the G20 club and weathered the 2008 financial crisis better than many developed countries. Not bad for a nation that was still fighting for independence in the mid-20th century. Indonesia exports everything from petroleum products to rubber, and it's becoming a major player in Southeast Asian economics. It's like the country's economy is a spicy sambal, hot, complex, and leaving a lasting impression. The road to freedom. Indonesia's journey to independence reads like an action movie script. You've got Dutch colonizers, Japanese occupiers, and a 4-year war for freedom. It's a roller coaster ride of revolution that would make Hollywood jealous. The struggle officially kicked off in 1945, right after World War II. The first two presidents, Sukarno and Suharto, ruled with iron fists for decades. But since 2000, Indonesia's been embracing democracy with open arms. It's like watching a political caterpillar transform into a democratic butterfly. Indonesia Today. Today, Indonesia stands as a vibrant, diverse nation with one foot in its rich history and another stepping confidently into the future. It's a country of contrasts and contradictions, where ancient traditions blend with modern innovations. From the bustling streets of Jakarta to the serene rice terraces of Bali, from the depths of its coral reefs to the heights of its volcanoes, Indonesia never stops being amazing. It's proof that unity can exist in diversity, that progress can honor tradition, and that a country can be both ancient and new at the same time. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour of Indonesian history and geography. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.